Councilmember Ambrona.
Here.
Councilmember Bernworth.
Here.
Councilmember Mendoza.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Obeso Martinez.
Here.
And Mayor Tucker.
Here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, adjustments to the agenda.
There are no adjustments to the agenda, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you. City Attorney's report on closed session.
Thank you. The city met in closed session and discussed property APN 063-054-038. Direction regarding price and terms was given. No additional report at this time. The council discussed public employee performance evaluation of the city manager. No reportable action. The council discussed labor negotiations regarding the listed organizations. No reportable action. And finally, the council discussed 2 active items of litigation as listed on the agenda: Novak versus City of Imperial and Gazette Branch Superior Court ECU 00569, and direction was given to council. That concludes my report.
All right, thank you very much. Next up is public comment. If you wish to address the city council concerning any item within the city council jurisdiction, please raise your hand and be acknowledged by the mayor. At this time, state your name and address for the record. The mayor reserves the right to place a time limit of 3 minutes on each person's presentation. Any comments? Seeing none, we will move on. Next up is presentations. Proclamation presentation for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Okay, I will read the proclamation, and then we will have the people come up to answer questions, and then we'll go to a photo, and we'll get on. Okay, proclamation. Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Whereas domestic violence remains a widespread and deeply troubling issue that impacts people across all demographics, regardless of age, gender, race, or economic status. And whereas every year millions of Americans experience physical, emotional, psychological, and financial abuse at the hands of someone they know and trust, with devastating consequences that ripple across generations. And whereas education and outreach are critical tools in breaking the silence around domestic violence and challenging harmful norms, and whereas local organizations, advocates, and service providers work tirelessly to offer shelter, counseling, legal assistance, and education to survivors and their families, and to promote preventative strategies that address the root cause of abuse. And whereas the Imperial City Council calls upon all residents in participant in awareness events, learn the signs of abuse, support local prevention efforts, and advocate for a future free from violence. Now, therefore, I, Mayor James Tucker, on behalf of the City of Imperial Council, do hereby proclaim the month of October 2025 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month in the City of Imperial, passed and adopted on the 17th day of September 2025 at a regular meeting of the Imperial City Council. And Representative?
Good evening. My name is Gina Vargas, Executive Director for Woman Haven. I would like, on behalf of Woman Haven, I want to thank the City of Imperial for proclaiming October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. This proclamation is more than just on paper and words. It is a statement of unity and hope. It honors survivors who have not only endured but who have found the strength to thrive. It also reminds us of the unseen impact domestic violence has on children and families, which we highlight in our campaign that You're Hurting Me Too. When violence happens in a home, it ripples far beyond one person. It affects the whole family and the entire community. By recognizing this month, the City of Imperial is helping to bring awareness, inspire healing, and create a community where safety and hope can be flourished. Together we stand with survivors and recommit ourselves to breaking the silence through building lives free of violence. So I want to be able to thank you all for being able to recognize it and to bring awareness to our community. With me, I have my board members and staff and supporters who survivors and thrivers. I'd like to be able to introduce some of the members. We have Christian Gamble, who is our outreach specialist. We have Verna Wow, survivor, thriver, and Jazz Ledbetter, survivor, thriver. And we have our Woman Haven's Board of Directors, Vice President Hector. And you guys want to say a few words?
Thank you so much for this evening's proclamation. As a child of domestic violence, one day my legacy would be to stop it there. For us to have curriculum throughout the whole Imperial County school system at every school site across Imperial County. To know the difference of what that really is, that we wouldn't have that living day to day of that's your story because you don't know any better. You're a child. And as I grew up, being in the same cycle with the first husband and finally walking away, it's because I thought you were supposed to stay. Only because my mama did. And so now as an adult, it's different. I can thrive regardless. It doesn't define who I am. I can move forward for the rest of my life, along with somebody who did not make it. And I know keeping Amber Bryant's memory alive for her family is one thing I'll do for the rest of my life. Thank you.
Oh, it's lovely to see you all again. I'm so happy to be here. I wouldn't miss this moment for Woman Haven for anything in the world. Because if I do say myself, I'm one of the biggest thrivers you've ever seen. Because where I started from, if you know, it's almost unimaginable who I am today. But without Woman Haven, I wouldn't be this person. So continuing to support this program, continuing to celebrate this program, continuing to grow this organization. And I love the name Woman Haven. It was a safe place for me as a woman, but they're not just for women. They're a center of family solutions for the whole entire family. And again, the theme is survivor to thriver because we're not victims, we're survivors. But we're not just survivors anymore, we're thrivers. And we're changing the world one step, one moment, one highlight, one word at a time. So again, thank you for recognizing Woman Haven. And as long as we continue to recognize them, they can continue to support people like me to grow into thrivers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm a little nervous here. My name is Hector Manriquez. I'm a correctional officer in Calpatria State Prison. I went to Woman Haven in a time of need when I lost my mother to an incident of domestic violence. And I made it my mission to be able to help as many people as I can. And I told that to Gina when I went there. I was in one of my lowest moments in my life, having lost my mother, having lived through a household that wasn't violent at all. And the time she decided to rebuild herself and give herself an opportunity, she lost her life. And I, I made it myself. I made a mission of myself to, sorry, to be able to help others, to be able to lift them. And I'm super sad by all the stories that I hear throughout the valley. And it doesn't affect just the person that's leaving, going through it, but it's also affecting the families. I have my brother and my sister that are suffering through this. And more than anything, I want to thank everybody, and I want to make sure that we create more awareness to help all the victims. And I'll continue to work and volunteer and bring awareness to this great cause that I take deeply in my heart. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for your words. I think it's a very inspirational, and I think it's very important that everyone gathers together. I led some of the events that we're doing for October. One of them is Remember My Name, and it includes also Amber Bryant, and includes Hector's mother. So I invite you to join us in those events, not just the proclamations, but also to raise your voice, to use your platform, use your social media. It's very important that we gather as a community. And this year's theme is From Surviving to Thriving, because I believe that it's very important to highlight the importance of getting and being successful after being a victim, and how you can create a positive impact in your community. And also we're having a recognition to one of our employees, Judith Klein-Pritchard, that's been an advocate and our director of legal services for 35 years. So I believe in the importance of also recognizing and honoring people's hard work and their effort, especially Judy, that has been providing assistance with restraining orders, been able to provide support to victims, and also been there with us in all times of Woman Haven. So I invite you all to join us, and also to raise awareness and promote Domestic Violence Awareness Month and the importance of it. Thank you. And we would like to take a picture too as well.
All right. Thank you. Alrighty. Any questions from the board?
No questions, just a big thank you to the whole team there at Woman Haven. The services you provide are just irreplaceable. And thank you for all you do.
Yes, thank you so much. You guys are so needed in the community sometimes, and a lot of people don't really know what's out there and what's available. So you coming to here to all the cities, I think, just amplifies the impact that you have here in our community. And so thank you for all the hard work that you do and the services that you provide.
Oh man, you guys are getting me all choked up. And it's because, so I see Jazz and I've read her book, and there's a whole section on Women Haven, and like just hearing your survivors' words of it, and like seeing the impact, and then just seeing you guys in our community, like it is so amazing to just watch you guys come like help lift somebody out their lowest and provide them the services you need. I mean, you guys are doing amazing things, and I'll always be supportive. And thank you.
I just want to echo what my fellow council members said. Is thank you for everything you guys do for the community. Letting people know it's not just for women, it's for men and families. Maybe a lot of people don't know that, but being here, talking about it, we'll get that information out. Definitely will help. So thank you for everything you do for our communities and the city. Thank you.
And I'd like to also say thank you guys, and we'll meet over here for the photo, and thank you very much.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Just want to say thank you once again, and also to thank the firefighters and law enforcement for being the first responders to some of those calls, and thank them for their bravery, and we see that too. So
Thank you.
And Jazz, I have a question. Did you get
Your book in our library yet?
Oh, we're talking about it right now.
Perfect.
Katie knows the book is written in a certain tense of, let me just come back up here. The book is
You're not
written
written
for a certain demographic. It's doing really well in the prisons right now. Like the prisons are eating it up. You know, this is what's written for them in mind. And it's actually helped more people that's not in the prisons. It actually helps more like council members and organizations and schools and things like that. So right now we are working on a less explicit version. So this is for 18 and up. This book is only for 18 and up. I've told my children, please don't touch this book. Don't look at this book. They think it's cool. They're like, oh, Mom, that's you. But it's not for kids. So that's what I've been like my only, I guess you can say, like, I don't want to put it in there for if children are able to access it in that kind of manner. But if it is like some type of way where we can keep it to where, you know, adults can check it out, I would love that, you know. And again, we are working on like a more PG friendly version for children to understand the dangers of trafficking and just have awareness of how easy it is to be seduced into that lifestyle. And we have so much more access to trafficking, and domestic violence and trafficking run simultaneously. There's no separation of the two if you did not know. So I really like to make sure I stand up every October and tell my story because it's all in here. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, next is A2, proclamation presentation for National HR Professional Day. All right, City of Imperial proclamation, Human Resource Professional Day. Whereas human resources professionals play a vital role in cultivating workplace culture and ensuring compliance with labor laws and supporting the growth and well-being of employees across all industries, and whereas 3 professionals serve as trusted advisors, conflict mediators, compliance experts, and champions of equity, ensuring that workplace remains safe, respectful, and productive, and whereas their work often goes unseen, yet is essential to the success of every organization, from recruiting and onboarding to benefit administration, employee relations, and leadership development, and whereas in time of crisis and change, HR professionals have demonstrated resilience, compassion, and innovative helping organization adopt and thrive, and whereas the Imperial City Council expressed sincere appreciation to the Human Resource Department for their tireless efforts and their commitment to making our workplace a better place for all. Now, therefore, I, Mayor James Tucker, on behalf of the City of Imperial Council, do hereby proclaim September 26, 2025 as Human Resource Professional Day in the City of Imperial. Passed and adopted this 17th day of September 2025 at a regular meeting of the Imperial City Council. And Kristen, you're already up there. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much. I'm going to ask Alyssa to come up with me. Yeah.
Adrian couldn't be here this evening, but she's a huge part of my team as well. So on behalf of the Human Resources Department, I'd like to express my gratitude for the proclamation in honor of National HR Professionals Day. We're truly honored by the acknowledgement, and we are a small but mighty team, and it means so much to us that the city recognizes the vital role that we play. Our goal is simple: to support the dedicated employees and departments who work tirelessly to serve our community. We oversee all employee-related matters for the entirety of the employment lifecycle, including talent acquisition and onboarding, compensation, training, and staff development. We manage benefits coordination, leave administration, interactive accommodation processes, and employee engagement and wellness. We address employee relations, discipline, and policy development, ensuring compliance with labor laws and regulations. And we're responsible for risk management for the city, including workers' compensation programs, employee safety programs, claims for damages, litigation management, and city property damage claims. Our work is deeply focused in our relationship with the staff. We ensure that we are available and accessible for employees who need our help. We strive to ensure every employee who seeks our assistance feels seen and heard. In these efforts, we have established the Employee Engagement Committee and a new wellness program to help improve morale and overall well-being. We've implemented various financial programs, including a college savings benefit program, Scholarshare 529, and the Access Perk Discount. We've developed partnerships with various local agencies to provide services for our staff. And to help our staff feel more connected across departments, we've also created
The quarterly newsletter that highlights city events and staff, creating bridges and relationships across departments. Our commitment to our employees is reflected in the high level of interest that we receive from potential applicants, and our recruitment efforts show that the city is a highly desirable place of employment, with the number of applications increasing approximately 55% in the last 4 years. In 2022, we received 341 applications over 31 recruitments. And in 2024, we received 1,485 applications over 37 in recruitments. And so far in 2025, we've held 28 recruitments and received 2,103 applications, and we still have a whole quarter to go. So we're very excited about that. And the significant increase is a direct result of the city's competitive stance in the market, as well as our increased marketing and advertisement of job openings on the city's social media pages, which is also an interdepartmental process with Olivia helps us a lot with that, and Alyssa helps create those. Our purpose is to make life a little easier for everyone, allowing them to focus on their important work. I want to take a moment to specifically thank my incredible team members, Adriana Zamudio and Alyssa. These two are the backbone of our department and also serve on our committees. They approach every task with professionalism and care, displaying leadership and kindness along the way, and I honestly couldn't do what we do without them. I'd also like to thank our Employee Engagement and Newsletter Committee members, Amy Osuna, Alyssa Uloa, Stephanie Sanchez, Elizabeth Lovano, Imri Obeso, Cody Birch, and Yvonne Cordero. It's truly a team effort and a collaborative approach across the departments for us to pull off our engagement events. And I also would like to thank the directors and department managers for the collaborative spirit and team approach. And I truly appreciate our ability to work together and find effective solutions. And finally, thank you to our city manager, city attorney, and all of you on the city council for your unwavering support and trust in what we do. And your belief in our work empowers us to help the city reach its highest potential. Thank you again for this recognition.
Thank you. Any comments? 1 minute, please.
No,
Please.
just again, a big thank you to all of you. I think we here on City Council, we see all the work that you guys produce out of that office and the way you're working with staff and trying to just continuously bring the improvements. I'm so amazed by the number of applicants you've received so far this year. I do agree with you. I believe it's because we are being more competitive when we are making the job market a little bit better for people to want to work here. And of course, you lead that and your team does an amazing job helping you do that. So thank you to all of you.
Yeah, you guys do an amazing job. Most people think, HR. No, you guys are fun. You go out there, you recruit, you get these amazing people to come and join us, and that's a testament to your guys' hard work as well. So thank you so much.
I want to say thank you, and HR is a demanding job and puts a lot of pressure on you all, but you're doing a good job.
Yeah, I'm always so excited to see this department grow because when I got on council, it was just Adri. And I mean, you just list off that whole thing, and I'm like, how is there only 3 of them, right? You guys are almost like the mom of the organization. Like, you got to get the kids in trouble sometimes, and then you got to reward them with their good benefit. You know what I mean? It's so, and you got to, help keep the chaos in order. And I think you guys do a great job. And it's probably one of the most thankless jobs that we have in the city.
No, I just want to say thank you for all the hard work. I know it does show with our city the way we're growing, so I appreciate it. I know I don't go back to your office that often, but I do see Alyssa quite a bit. So We always have nice little conversations and get to eat the candies on the desk. So thank you guys. Thank you for all the hard work.
We'd love to have the snacks available.
All right, then we'll meet up at the.
One, two, three. Okay.
Okay, next up.
It's A3, proclamation presentation for library card sign up month. All right, City of Imperial proclamation library card sign up month. Whereas Library Card Sign Up Month, observed each September, is a national campaign to encourage individuals and families to obtain or renew their library cards. And whereas libraries are foundational to education, imagination, and opportunity, offering programs and digital tools that support lifelong learning. And whereas a library card is the most valuable card in your wallet, unlocking a world of knowledge, creativity, and connection for people of all ages and backgrounds. And whereas the American Library Association and libraries across the country unite during Library Card Sign-Up Month to celebrate the transformative power of library access and to promote the value of reading, learning, and community connection. And whereas the Imperial City Council recognizes and celebrates the dedicated library staff who make these services possible and who work tirelessly to ensure that everyone in our community has access to the tools they need to learn, connect, and thrive. Now, therefore, I, Mayor James Tucker, on behalf of the City of Imperial City Council, do hereby proclaim the month of September 25 as Library Card Sign-Up Month in the City of Imperial, passed and adopted on the 17th day of September 2025 at a regular meeting of the Imperial City Council. Ms. Haller and staff, please step up.
And board.
And board.
And board members.
I guess I'm doing the talking. So thank you so much for this recognition. The library really is an all-encompassing building, place. We always say we're more than just a space with books. This year's theme for the Library Card Sign-Up Month is One Card, Endless Possibilities, and that could not be more true. I can't even begin. We've been on this library board for, well, so it might be my second term, but what happens with your library card can change your life. This past summer, we had our summer reading challenge. We've had our library card, but haven't really used it too much, but we really started using it this past year. Came back, signed up for my daughter for the reading challenge. The librarian said, Mia, why don't you read? And I was like, I haven't picked up a book in a while, but okay. I read a book and I was like, wait, if I had time to read a book, I have time to finish my degree. And so I signed up back for school and I am, thank you, 2 classes from finishing that degree. And so we're tracking along, we're doing great, but it's one of those things, this library has more than, it's just more than a card. It's more than a place for you to get the books. It'll do so much good for you, for your family. There's more than just books that you can check out. The value is, you can't put a number on it. You can get your hotspot if you don't have internet at home. You can get a laptop. You can get telescopes. You can get toys. backpacks. There's so many things. So if you don't have a library card, more than books, please come get it and see everything that we have to offer. Yeah. Anything you want to share?
In addition to that, I'm sorry. Good evening, Mayor and members of the council. In addition to all the wonderful physical things that we have at the library, with your support and the California State Library support, we do have technological databases for resources. So there's one that we recently added in the past couple of months, which is called Mometrics. So that is a great tool for people that are looking to take tests throughout their school years, and then also with their certifications for their professional preparation for tests. So we have a lot of resources. We are looking into a language program, Mango. We're setting up a meeting so we can get a quote for that. We have been talking with the Optimist Club about different languages as well, how important that is for people to be able to learn different languages and just appreciate language. And thank you very much for this opportunity to stand before you. And if you don't have a library card, if you haven't visited the library lately, come check us out. People from throughout the county come to Imperial Public Library. All the libraries are amazing. We do some of the few of the same things, and all of us are unique as well. So come check us out.
All right.
Oh, I'll just tell you a quick story about a library card. So I was doing laundry this morning before work, and I came across my son's wallet. He just started high school. And what does a Snoopy mom do? She opens the wallet. What does he have in there? Well, I found quarters and pennies and all these funny little things in the little side pocket, and there were 2 cards in his wallet. The first card was a student ID, and the only other card was his library card. He treasured it. So it made me feel really happy, and it reminded me that children don't have very many cards. What do they have? A school ID if they're lucky, and a library card. So I encourage you, if you have children, please bring them in, and they can value that card.
All right. Thank you. Answer anything from the
You guys do
council?
amazing. I'm always like in awe of everything that you post, every program. I mean, from literally A to Z. You can get bugs to languages to everything under the sun. So that's amazing. That's done just right here.
And I was wondering how the gardening's going.
Yeah.
Or when does it start? I mean, I have no idea.
Our gardening program is restarting in October. So our adult classes will be held the first Saturday of each month, starting October 4th, and that will be at 9 o'clock p.m. Or, excuse me, 9 o'clock a.m. There is a group that trades plants, seedlings at the park from 7 to 9, and then immediately afterwards we'll have the gardening program here. So that way, if the people are already out, we can bring them over. And then our early learners, our sprouts, gardening. I'm looking at Liz as a reminder. It was going to start last month, but it's starting October.
The first Thursday of every month.
The first Thursday of every month. So that's easy to remember. Now it is. And that's all led by Master Gardeners. It's through that partnership. So that's what makes a lot of things happen with our amazing team and then the community that collaborate with us. So thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Berner?
I would say my kids love the library. It's funny, they were having a debate about how old you have to be to get a library card. And I think they said, my daughter was trying to tell my son that it was 10. He was trying to tell her that it was 10. That's why he always checks out books on her library card, and that's why she gets the late notifications. So,
Smart.
Yes, but but now, like, they go with their aunt. I mean, they love it, and so I mean, there's so many great things. It's such a great resource, and yeah, keep up the great work.
Mr. Mayor, if I could,
Yes.
and I hope that people listening to this are hearing all the opportunities that we have at the library. I think most of the people out there know I came from the city of El Centro, and I was actually part of the team that built the El Centro Library. And I can remember when we were going through that building process, through all the social media, people were complaining, I can't believe they're spending this money building a library. Nobody uses library books anymore. We have internet. What do you need a library for? And I'm like, people, you need to walk into a library someday because it is not just for books. There is so many other things that go on at a library that people just maybe, if they're not watching the city's library Facebook page, they don't understand what goes on at a library. And in Imperial, it's amplified. There's just so many different things. Like Ida was saying, it's just a wide variety of everything that you can do at a library. It is not just for books. And I encourage everybody out there that's listening to this, take a day, go visit your library, go to the Facebook page, look at the schedule, and see the opportunities that are available, not just for the kids, but for the adults and everybody in the community. So thank you and your team for everything that you guys do.
I apologize. I just want to add, we shouted out from the rooftops that, we're the third space, that libraries are the third space that people can go to. But today, we are, English as a second language, learners had a potluck. And one of our, learners, just flat out said, "This is my second home." That, we can shout it, we see it, but to actually hear that from our patrons, it's a great feeling. So thank you again.
Thank you. Mr. Amparano?
Every time when I go to the library, there's always something different, always something new to see. I'm still waiting to see that little Morita corner in the back with the recliners and the newspapers. We know it's going to come one day, but it'll be there. It is. Just put some recliners and newspapers, and I think we'll be okay. But you know what the nice part is like Ida and the other council members said, is what you can get at the library. I was just telling some coworkers that like to go hiking, but they don't have the hiking gear. I said, go check it out from the library. They're like, what? Yeah. Well, we want to go visit the park. Well, they have park passes, or they have this. They're like, where? It's all at the library. I said, all you got to go is go get your library card. I said, there's a lot of things you can do. Some people are not aware that, we have, the little Sprouts corner, that we have that the kids can run around and do all that stuff, go see the little fish tanks, and just a lot of things that you get to see. I appreciate it, and I know me and Ember had a conversation because I figured, since I'm driving around listening to books on my ears, might as well do something and learn another language. So I think I'll try that, and as soon as we can get that going, I'll be your guinea pig. But with that, thank you guys for everything you guys do for our city and our community.
Thank you very much. All right, seeing nobody else, we'll meet up there and get our photo.
One, two, takes my hand. Three. Thank you for that countdown. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, A4, proclamation presentation for National IT Professional Day. City of Imperial proclamation, Information Technology Professional Day. Whereas National IT Professional Day is celebrated on the third Tuesday of September to support those who advance our digital infrastructure, and whereas Technology is the backbone of modern life, powering our communication, securing our data, and enabling innovative across every sector of society. And whereas information technology IT professionals, including network engineering, system administrators, cybersecurity experts, help desk technicians, and data analysis work tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure that our systems run smoothly, securely, and effectively. And whereas we acknowledge that the future of our community depends on the continued excellence, adaptability, and vision of our IT professionals, who are essential to our resilience, growth, and success. And whereas Imperial City Council recognizes the exceptional work of its IT Department of Innovation and Technology, whose dedication, expertise, and development empower our employees, residents, and community. Now, therefore, I, Mayor James Tucker, on behalf of the City of Imperial City Council, do hereby proclaim September 16, 2025 as Information Technology Professional Day in the City of Imperial, passed and adopted the 17th day of September 2025 as a regular meeting of the City of Imperial. Mr. Estrada, thank you very much.
Mr. Mayor, I was planning to put a PowerPoint presentation for tonight, but I decided to take it out. So it's going to be so many slides that probably keep it for another time. And briefly just say that we really appreciate that proclamation, but I want to give all the credit to my team for the job that they do and the outstanding capacities there. My team is tech support, cybersecurity, broadband, and GIS. And as you know, as we report during the year, I mean, they are every time available when it's needed. I don't know if you want me to talk about what we do. I mean, I think it's clear what we do all year long, but I will happy to respond to any question that you might have.
All right, thank you.
No
Mrs.
questions,
Mendoza?
but yes, we do, with all the changes in information technology that have come through us, we are aware of all the different variety of work that you do, and thank you to all of you for that. I was noticing, it seems like we have less IT here tonight. Was this your?
Yeah, well,
You let him have the night off for IT.
Yeah, nobody going to show up today. Nobody has another commitments, but Gilbert is with us. I mean, he's the junior of the team. He's the IT technician 3. We are lucky to have a GIS division now, cybersecurity division, and the regular tech support.
Thank you all.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you.
Keeping us in line.
Everybody'd be lost without IT support. I mean,
Yeah. Thank you. I know even like the smallest things of saving us with our phones when you don't have them and you're out of town definitely helps.
Like yesterday, for example, we have a power outage. I'm sorry, a website outage. Our service provider decided to change some settings without notifying us. So it took us down for 3-4 hours. We were able to identify the problem and fix it, but 24/7.
You guys do amazing work.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Estrada, and you run a tight ship and you do a very good job.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
nothing gets plugged into the wall without Alex knowing about it.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Sorry,
Thank you.
Okay, next up, B, consent agenda. All items appearing under the consent agenda will be acted upon by the city council with one motion without discussion. Should any council member or other persons request that an item be considered separately, that item will be taken up at the time as determined by the mayor.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
I got a motion and a second. Vote, please.
Motion carries 4-0 with one abstain from Councilmember Almquist.
All right. Next up is C, action item, discussion action. C1, award the manhole and gravity sewer collection system CCTV inspection and inventory project to Downstream Services Incorporated. Mr. Dale, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Council. Good evening. As I have been informing the council over past meetings, we were going to proposals for this sewer collection system CCTV inspection and an inventory project. It ties into our GIS system, and we need this information so that we can prepare a sewer collection system master plan. So that would be the second step after we get this information. We got 8 proposals on this one. The lowest proposal was from Downstream at $272,603, and their proposal was a very good one. They have a lot of experience in this field, and staff we recommend awarding it to Downstream Services. And I'm happy to answer any questions.
Well, in my opinion, it's very important to have this data. Because they may even find some that we don't even know we have, or I don't know exactly how that works, but I think it's a very good idea.
I might add that our budget for this was $350,000, and so this came in lower than our budget, and that's why I'm asking for 25% contingency, so that in case we want to add additional pipes to inspect or in that nature, that's the only reason that we would have a contingency for it.
I'd rather ask for it now and ask for forgiveness later. All right.
So even with the 25%, we're still within the original 350,000 budget. So
perfect. All righty. Entertain a motion.
So moved.
I got a motion and a second. Vote, please.
Motion carries 5-0.
Okay. Next is C2. Award the shop tank and Ayton tank modifications and new ventilation system installation project to Total Industries Incorporated. Presenter, Mr. David Dale.
yes, as you might recall, we had open bids about 2 to 3 months ago, and as a result of that, we ended up rejecting all the bids and rebidding it. This is a project that we want to start in late October, if possible, when the demand for water is lower, so we can take the tank down one at a time. The bids came in as expected, lower. In this case, it was approximately $277,000 lower than the original bids. There's a couple reasons for that. We were able to explain things a little bit more on the RFP for the bids, and also we included the inspection reports that weren't included in the first bid proposal, the request. So very happy. It's within the budget of the original budget was 1.1 million, so this is 1.03, and we don't have any bid protest, and we feel like the bids came in appropriately and everything within range. So
okay, so the whole water system, that tank, I'm gonna call it the Ayton Road tank, whatever it's called, that won't disturb the service of the water in that neighborhood?
They will probably see reduced pressures temporarily until we get the tank rehabilitated. It's something that has to be done. It's not, we don't have a choice in this matter. This has to be done every so often, and this tank it's time for this tank. We're also doing modifications to the tank where we're adding additional vents and some forced air, so that will also help with our TTHM reduction.
And how long is it projected to take?
So we want the project is scheduled to be completed by February, but that's for both tanks. So the Ayton tank will most likely be down for 3 possibly 4 months while we're doing the work.
3 to 4 months. Okay. And is there one or two tanks at that site?
There's one tank
Yes.
at the Ayton, and then the shop tank, which was recently rehabilitated. There's some work that we're doing on the roof of that tank. So at the same time that we do that tank, we're going to drain the tank and inspect the inside of the tank. And if there's any places that need small repairs, that'll be the time that we can do that.
So both tanks will be down?
Not at the same time.
I was going to say, you're magic. You can make that work.
No.
Okay, so
And
3 to 4 months.
3 to 4 months. And we're also working on a project that's in the design phase, as you might recall, for a new tank at the water plant as well. So we would hopefully have 2 tanks at the water plant so that we have a backup at the water plant.
Same size as the existing or?
Same size as
smaller,
the existing.
bigger?
Well, same capacity, but
Okay.
different dimensions.
Maybe higher, maybe lower then.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
How many bids did we get?
So we got 3 bids, I believe. So this time we got one bid more than we got last time.
Alrighty. I'm still trying to get Mr. Legaki to get connected. I'm working on that. All right. I entertain a motion.
So
I got a motion.
Second.
And a second. Robert. Thank you.
Motion carries 5-0.
All right. Next up, C3.
Also,
Yeah,
I'm sorry
go
to
ahead.
interrupt me.
Oh,
We're just
no.
we're gonna have him step off due
Oh, okay.
to a potential conflict.
All right.
Thank you.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, next up, C3. Approve the implementation of the classification study recommendation for the unrepresented contract, MSPC, seasonal and part-time classification. Presenter, Mr. Dennis Morita.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Council. What you have before you is a long time coming. As you may recall, we had indicated to you that we foresaw this process as basically a couple of steps. The first being what you have before you tonight, and then the next phase being addressing the compensation aspects of the study. With respect to reclassifications, what the Gallagher study found is that there were some positions within the city that needed to be adjusted to align with what the employees were actually doing, and those at least as to the what we refer to as the MSPC group, that is what is reflected before you tonight. As Mr. Grijalva indicated in his public appearance, we're still engaged in discussions with Teamsters and IPOA with respect to some of the adjustments that are recommended for those groups. And we hope and expect that those will be coming to you in the near future. So the specifics of the reclassification, job title changes, and so forth are detailed in the staff report. And if you have any questions, we're happy to address any questions you might have. But we would recommend that you move forward with the adjustments that are recommended.
Alrighty. Any questions? Ms. Mendoza?
No, I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
I got a motion and a second. That worked out nice. All right. Please vote.
Jumping into other comments there.
Ms. Berlin, we just need your selection.
No, we need yours.
I know I'm working on it. Come on. There you go. Thank you.
Motion carries 4-0.
Alrighty. Next up, C4. Approve resolution number 2025-49 to amend the resolution for MSPC unrepresented employees to include implementations from the class study. Presenter, Kristen Smith.
Yes, so Resolution 2025-49 is presented to you this evening to adjust and amend the resolution for MSPC unrepresented employees benefits to update the titles of classification titles that were just approved as part of the class and comp study or the classification study. Additionally, we've added that into the resolution that the FLSA status for each classification will be reviewed on an annual basis to ensure that the classifications are accurately identified based on the three-part test outlined by the Fair Labor Standards Act, overseen by the U.S. Department of Labor. And within the resolution, updating the titles would also identify if they are FLSA exempt or non-exempt for this year. And I'll answer any questions you may have.
All right, any question?
So moved.
Seeing none, I got a motion and a second. Please vote, please.
Motion carries 4-0.
I voted quick that time.
Good
I was
job.
on it.
You're the man, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, up next, C5, appointment to the County of Imperial Airport Land Use Commission. And presenter, Mr. Dennis Morita.
Yes, Mayor and Council. As we all know, the Imperial County Airport is located within the jurisdictional boundaries of the city, and as a consequence of that, we are much of the area around that airport is subject to a plan that was adopted by the Airport Land Use Commission, I think in the 80s, frankly. And they're in the process of updating that plan, and that plan will ultimately be approved by the Airport Land Use Commission. Part of the process allows the cities in the county to appoint one of its own to that Airport Land Use Commission. And because of the potential impacts that the airport plan could have on development around the airport, I think it's very important and a long time coming that we have an actual person sitting on that board. And so this item would have you appoint one of your own to sit on the board. And so the action calls for appointment and also an alternate.
Is it recommended that it be on city council, or can it be handled by staff?
It could be handled by staff, is my recollection. And I think I think even though we didn't have an actual people on the commission, I think you currently have a staff person as the alternate, and I believe it was the mayor as the appointee and a staff person. Ms. Guerrero was the current alternate as we sit here. Yeah. But obviously we didn't have an actual place, and now we do, and so that's why it's brought before you.
This actually falls on our city council night.
It's at night now, not during the day?
It used to be during the day.
It says that their hearings are held every third Wednesday of the month at 6 p.m.
I have zero desire to be on that. I'm just saying.
Mayor, if I could, it would be my recommendation that we make the appointee, Mr. Morita, and the alternate, Mr. Garcia.
But if it's a council night, they can't go.
They can't.
Oh, that's true.
So maybe.
None of our staff.
How about we postpone it till next meeting and do a little bit more research before we bring it back?
Yeah, we got to because we got to figure out who doesn't attend the council meetings.
Okay, given the time conflict, is that what you want us to look into?
Yeah, so we can figure out if we need to get staff that aren't here or the council
Right.
members that
Okay,
can't make it. I mean, if it was during the day, then I would volunteer to do it, but
right.
I can ask my boss for the day off.
Ask yourself.
Yep. So, I mean, does that sound good to you?
Absolutely. We'll bring it back to the next meeting.
Maybe bring it to their attention that's during
Council.
two cities, actual council meetings nights.
Like a Thursday, I think works better for most.
Yeah, because Calexico City Council's the same night,
Nobody likes Mondays, but even a Monday or a Thursday.
if that's the time. Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Change it to a Monday or Tuesday.
I mean, I
Tell
really
me.
don't care what it is because I'm
That's
not.
job
gonna be
security
honest.
before you figure that out.
Yeah. I promise you that.
Mr. Garcia, sorry about that.
It's only job security if I take my time.
Damon looks like he wants it.
Alrighty,
So, table that one.
table that, correct. No objections,
And he's
we'll
over
move
there
on
Oh.
to department reports. Mr. Mora?
Good evening, council. As you may recall, last meeting, I gave an update on the SR 86, and we were expecting to have payment on the week of the 22nd. But we were lucky enough to have them today. They were done. We're gonna let the asphalt settle, and we're gonna open up at least 2nd and 4th tomorrow by 6 a.m. So it will alleviate some of the traffic out there. Still some work that to be done on 6th Street, but at least those two intersections will be open.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's good
Alright.
news.
Mr. Dale?
I have
going with
nothing
good
to add
news.
tonight.
Keep it going with the good news, guys. That's good.
Good news, no good, no news, good
No
news.
Yes, no news is good news.
And I do miss you at City Hall. I have to go drive and find you now, but doing a very good job. Mr. Estrada?
Mr. Mayor and Council, well, just keeping it busy in the department. However, we opened the RFP for the website and the agenda management. So we are working on that, and we'll just report again what I said earlier about the outage that we had yesterday. Nothing to be concerned, but just unfortunately happened, and that's pretty much. Any question that I can answer for you? No? Thank you.
Thank you. Alrighty. Chief Real?
So just one thing, Saturday, October 11th, we're having another Coffee with a Cop. And it's going to be at our local Starbucks here on Imperial Avenue from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. So come and join us for some coffee. We'll ensure that somebody else pays for it.
Now, like, most of the people that go, what time is it again?
From 9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
And that's during a weekday, so it's mostly adults?
So this is a Saturday. So
Okay, I didn't know.
The idea, especially because of the fact that if you do that doing that similar time frame, Frank Wright being across the street, you're not going to get a whole bunch of attendance. So the effort is to kind of open it up on a weekend and hopefully encourage people to just sit down and have a general conversation.
They're pretty busy during that time too.
And so that's the idea, is that we kind of interfere with their business and at the same time
I love it.
generate some cool public interactions.
Very cool.
Very nice.
All right. Thank you very much. Chief Lancer?
Yep, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I don't know if you've seen the emails or the weather news, so we're looking at possibly some precipitation tomorrow. It could be very high, so we'll be keeping an eye on that, and hopefully it's not as bad as the last series of storms we had.
All right, and I see you still have sand left over from the last time?
Yeah, thanks for mentioning that. There is sand and sandbags at the fire station for local residents who feel the need that they should put some in, around their homes or, wherever they have vulnerable areas to flooding.
I think I seen it on social media last time, and we didn't use none, so I figured you still had it.
Yeah, yes.
All right.
From the last event, yes.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Mr. Manriquez?
Nothing for me tonight.
we're not buying nothing new. We're not saving for nothing.
We're working on the fire truck.
All right. Appreciate it.
big one.
Don't worry, Chief. We approve your stuff.
Ms. Kristen?
Nothing more from me tonight.
All right. Mr. Garcia?
Good evening, Mayor. Just a bit of legislation update. I know the council's been following along. There's a lot of legislation that made it through this session, and I was on the governor's desk. A couple of them of note, AB 424 and AB 492 are reference to alcohol and drug residential facilities. So the first one would require any complaints filed on those. The complainant would have to be notified of the progress of that complaint and the findings of it, which currently they don't. If a resident makes a complaint of one of these facilities, they don't get any notification later. And then the other one would require, which we've run into issues with, is the Department of Health Care Services would have to notify the city if they issue a license to one of these facilities. Unfortunately, that doesn't include the recuperative care that we had one open up this year earlier. They don't issue licenses to those facilities, so those ones would still go unreported, but the other ones will definitely be notified before they open. And then the other one, which would be of interest to the council, is SB 827. That bill, if signed by the governor, will require the council as well as department heads to take 2 hours of financial education training every 2 years.
That's
So
probably not a
along with
bad
your
idea.
ethics course, you'll be taking a 2-hour financial course,
That on top of the other stuff we gotta take.
right? That's all I have, Mayor.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. City Clerk?
I have nothing to add.
Ms. Mendoza?
Nothing to answer.
I attended the 9/11 stair climb. That's always a good event and lots of people this time around. Yes, I do the stairs.
I attended the stair climb. I did not participate, but I did attend. I supported it.
He supported.
You donated.
I'm not going to tell you what I supported, but anyway.
We know what you supported, Mr. Mayor.
And also, I'd like to thank Mrs. Brennan, the 5th grade at Cross Elementary, invited me for speaking with 4 or 5 classes, 5th graders that are putting in their applications to be the mayor for a day. And I learned a lot, and I learned that everybody in there has a laptop. I barely have one myself now, but no, it's amazing. No wonder they're not scared to operate the thing at McDonald's. I see the thing at McDonald's. Oh boy, here we go again. But they get on it. They do a very good job, and I haven't been to class in a while, so each class is different structured, and you can see the kids act different, and the teachers know which kid pay more attention to. So it was a learning experience for me. And one thing they want, and I want to make a suggestion to the school board, they want grass in their playground across. That was important to most of them, is to have trees and grass at their playground. So I don't know how to help, but I'm going to put the word out.
Say they used to, for lunch on the lawn there, they used to call it dining in the dirt. It's a true story.
That's terrible.
In the schools that do have grass, they don't let the kids sit in it
Why?
because they'll mess up the grass.
Well, this is 1,000 years ago, but we
Oh,
sat
no,
on
this
the
is-
grass and
no,
had
this
like
is-
little benches.
This is the last 2 years.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that they get their grass. But
we want grass
it
in
was-
Paseo too.
it was, how would you say, entertainment for me to, and the kids had a lot of questions, and they had a lot of suggestions, because you know how they listen to their parents on the way to school, and kids say the darndest things. So I said, what do your parents think about that? Well, there's a big hole over there in the asphalt. So I learned everything their parents talked about. I figured it out that day, but it was a very rewarding day. All right,
That's a very cool experience. I'm so glad you got to go. Nothing to report for me.
all right, Mr. Amparano.
once again, I did get a chance to attend the 9/11 stair climb. I am happy to report that the city of Imperial did have the largest team. So that was a nice thing. So thank you guys very much for all your participation. Was able to attend Mobility 21 conference last week in Disneyland, the happiest place on earth. I'll move on with that one, but it was a good conference. We were, talking about partnership and how do you work with other agencies. So it was very good, very nice to see the different agencies working together, trying to get things done. So definitely look forward to putting some of that stuff to use. The other thing is we are definitely looking forward to October 3rd, where we have the Public Safety Gala. We'll be attending with one of our own that has been nominated. So the police department has been given by one of our local agencies 2 tables. So it's very nice of that agency to do that and reach out to them. So definitely look forward to seeing all of us there. So,
Where was that? I'm sorry.
what's that? It's October 3rd.
Oh, okay.
October 3rd is the gala.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, hopefully this storm doesn't do it too bad. So thank you guys for all the hard work.
All right. Mrs. Heller? Nope. All
Yeah.
right. If that, adjourn them to the next regular meeting of Imperial City Council will be held on Wednesday, October 1st, 2025.